Hello, welcome students back to music lessons in my living room. Today we are going to be talking about the fun topic of music in TV and in movies. So when we listen to music, often that music is meant to convey a certain mood or a certain feeling. So sometimes we'll hear really fast and frantic music, maybe that's in a minor key, and that would signify maybe danger, or maybe something exciting is going on and somebody is running really quickly to away from something or to save somebody, and there's tension there. Or maybe you'll hear very happy, upbeat music that signifies that something happy has happened and everybody's joyful and glad. Or maybe the music is slow and somber sounding, maybe has a blue, you could even picture colors to it, like a blue color with sad sounding violin and string instruments, and that could signify that something sad is happening. So music can convey all kinds of different things using different instruments or different keys, like we've talked about major key and minor key. Major key being that happy sounding key, and then minor being that sad or angry or somber sounding kind of key. So I want you guys to, as an assignment, to watch a TV show or a movie and think about these things in music. So the things to think about, what kind of mood does this music convey? So before you go ahead and choose a movie or a TV show to listen to the music to, try to pick something that you already like, that you have already seen before, so that you can just focus on the music more than anything else. So you can just listen to that music and think about how that music adds to what is going on. Think about what kind of instruments you hear. Is the music fast or slow? Is it in a major or a minor key? And what do you think the creators of that show or that movie were thinking when they decided to use that kind of music and those kinds of instruments in that moment? So I did this myself, and I decided to watch an episode of SpongeBob. SpongeBob is a show that definitely, I know that a lot of you guys have seen SpongeBob, and I have noticed, I chose this one because there's so much music and sound effects in SpongeBob that conveys different things about what's going on in SpongeBob. So right away, the things we hear in SpongeBob is in the intro, in that the theme song. It's a catchy tune that tells us about SpongeBob and the main character and what he is about. And then in the song, the instruments that are used are penny whistle and accordion, which are traditionally used in sea shanties, which is a kind of music that was created on ships a long time ago by the sailors, and it's often associated with pirates, and they do use a pirate voice in that. So definitely things in the song are definitely there to convey that it is a nautical or sea-themed TV show. It's happy and upbeat, which also the show is happy and upbeat, and it's also very silly. So that is all conveyed in that intro theme song. Then in this episode of SpongeBob, it is the bubble blowing episode, if you have seen it. There's a lot of background of ukulele and slide guitar, which is very reminiscent of Hawaiian culture or island culture. So it kind of gives this by the ocean, beachy kind of island theme. And because SpongeBob and Patrick are such happy-go-lucky characters, they're very relaxed. So this is a very relaxed kind of music that it's conveying. When it shows Squidward, he is playing his clarinet very squeakily, and he's trying to practice, and as usual is being annoyed by SpongeBob. SpongeBob and Patrick are outside blowing bubbles, and when they're blowing the bubbles, you hear harp music. It's very soft, very flowy, very floaty, and kind of tells us that these bubbles are soft and delicate and majestic and floating like the sound of the harp does in our ears. And then there are some things in this episode that convey comedy and funny things. So music and sound effect, particularly sound effects, can convey something that's funny that's happening that can make it even funnier. So SpongeBob and Patrick blow up this big tugboat bubble, and then when it pops, it makes a big loud tugboat sound. And it's funny because this is ridiculous that a bubble would pop and make that sound, but also it's funny because Squidward thinks it's coming out of his clarinet. So comedy is made between that musical instrument and that sound of the bubble. And then SpongeBob blows an elephant bubble, and then we hear circus music start playing. So the circus music is kind of silly and fun and funny, and that kind of adds to that bubble being silly and funny, as Patrick is just laughing hysterically at this bubble. Then we hear low, kind of angry or grumpy sounding bassoon music in that low instrument, and it's just one instrument, and we see Squidward come out and stand pretty much silently at first, and we just hear that low bassoon music, and that tells us that Squidward is annoyed. So that's when our music is definitely completely conveying that emotion to us. So then when Squidward comes out, after he is mad at SpongeBob, SpongeBob is happy to see Squidward, of course, and wants to show him how to blow the bubbles. So this ukulele, slide guitar kind of island music comes back, and it comes back faster and happier, so that when he's showing Squidward how to blow the bubbles, it's conveying a happy feeling that's going on. And then when Squidward says, "No, I don't want to blow any bubbles," SpongeBob and Patrick go into the house, and the ukulele and slide guitar island music, it still sounds like the island music, but then it's slow and sad sounding. So then, while they're inside, Squidward decides he does want to blow a bubble. So then who shows up again but SpongeBob, and he's very excited that Squidward has changed his mind. And then so happy, fast music comes back. This time it is some penny whistle music, so kind of like that sea shanty music that's in the intro of the TV show. And maybe think about why did they change the music from the island music to that penny whistle kind of music? Maybe it has some kind of, it's signaling a new beginning or something like that, because it's something that's present in the beginning of the episode. But maybe it's not that complicated. Anyways, so then, as Squidward is trying to blow the bubble and he's having a hard time, the music is getting fast, and it is kind of anxious, but it is fast, but it's still happy. Maybe it's like it's cheering on Squidward. And then once Squidward does successfully blow a big bubble, he is so proud of himself that he goes right back in his house and he starts playing his clarinet again. And his clarinet playing now sounds really great and better than we've ever heard Squidward play. And so I think this kind of signifies him being very confident and he just sounds really good, and he sounds really happy, and he's very proud of himself. So that is what I listened for in the SpongeBob episode. So you can go ahead and do this, choose a TV show or a movie you really like, and take notes of the different kinds of music and the different instruments you hear and what kind of moods those are adding to the movie or the TV show, and why. Why do they belong there? So like in SpongeBob, a lot of that music had to do with the ocean or being near the ocean, so it was very appropriate in that way. So think about those kind of things and think about what's going on in the movie or the TV show, and why is it better with that music? What is that music helping to convey to you, or to what is that helping to say to you other than what is going on in the movie, what you're seeing, what is the music helping to convey to you? So I hope you guys have fun with this assignment and that you guys are having a great day so far. I hope to see you again soon in the classroom. Bye, students.